Helen has spent the evening on the phone with friends and family discussing a recent PET scan. She doesn't know what the thyroid is, but she knows cancer. A friend has recommended the doctor, but it's too late to call. Helen urgently needs advice, but doesn't even know if the physician is the right fit, and the website is cluttered with information she cannot understand. She'll have to wait till morning, probably sleepless. Fortunately, Helen is a fictional character, but according to Dr. Van a leading endocrine surgeon, this scenario is very common with patients. Hospital websites are hard to navigate, particularly for older visitors. Most are like Helen, dealing with a distressing diagnosis and anxious to find answers. When I proposed that an AI assistant could help, he was enthusiastic and offered to test it on his own website. The goal was to reduce a patient's anxiety and weight by providing accurate information about the doctor's expertise and suitability for the case, give practical information about their condition and the treatment, and facilitate contact, all the while following medical protocol and ethics. The outcome. I proudly present you DrVam. Presently, the project is in live trial by a select group of users on the address on screen right now. DrVam is an AI doctor's assistant that compiles information from official selected medical sources to help patients understand their condition, their treatment journey, and next steps. It combines retrieval augmented generation and QA approaches, employs a vector database to store metaphysed text embeddings, and utilizes OpenAI's API to produce and understand human language.
Briefing cancer patients is time-consuming and stressful for them and occupies precious medical personnel. With the AI assistant, patients can easily get information that is correct and contextualized, and we can make sure it uses specific, controlled medical information, not generic knowledge. It has the potential to evolve into a great tool for patient triage. I'm Dr. Mouvakidis, the director of the Department of Endocrine Surgery in Henry Dunant Hospital of Athens, and I'm dealing in my everyday practice with thyroid cancer.
Triage is the process of routing patients to medical services and prioritizing them according to severity. It's particularly crucial for emergency care. Inefficiencies cause wait and stress for patients and divert medical personnel from patient care. Over or under triaging and delays are common problems. For example, this research in Korea found 31% of cases were under triaged. Phone assistance has been shown to cut costs, decrease waits, and prevent unnecessary hospital visits in up to 80% of cases. Let's see what our digital assistant can do. So, back to our friend Helen. You can see here she uses the assistant to get contextualized information about her cancer type, including surgery and post-surgery treatment with iodine, prognosis and possible side effects. She finds out what to expect about hospitalization and recovery times based on Henry Dunant's procedure and statistics. Finally, DrVam offers her contact details, including hyperlinks for email, phone, and Google Maps. Let's not forget the importance of avoiding unnecessary waits and visits though, right? On the right side of the screen, you can see an alternative scenario where Helen has larynx cancer. DrVam quickly and politely lets her know Dr. Van Vakidis is not the best match and offers some advice to help her seek appropriate help. To make this work, I collected the relevant medical text from the doctor, created semantic vector representations, and stored them in a vector database. Next, I used retrieval chains from the LangChain framework to implement RAG while supporting dialogue using OpenAI's API as my LLM. I hosted this Python backend on Python Anywhere using Flask and exposed an API for the doctor's website. Finally, I created the replica of the doctor's website, hosted on Hostinger, and added the DrVam overlay window. To test and optimize, I made a small tool for batch execution of pre-configured conversations and ran them with different configurations and API settings. You can see the results here, based on which I currently use GPT-4o as the best balance between quality and speed. Right now, I'm working on Trage, the next generation model to be used for triaging. You can see it here at work, providing instructions for emergency care remotely, taking users' location, symptoms, and available on-duty hospitals into account. I found this 2015 study by Harvard comparing 23 online triaging tools. On average, they offered correct diagnosis on 34% of the cases and correct triage advice on 57%, using 45 standard patient profiles. Using my batch execution tool, I run the same profiles to Trage, and as you can see, the results indicate there is great potential. So here's my key takeaways from this to wrap this up. AI is ripe for use in medicine, and the conversational RAG is a great tool to overcome inherent AI problems, mainly explainability and training bias, because we control the information sources. Assistants like DrVam and Trage have great potential to help patients and unload doctors, especially if augmented with voice capabilities, connected with messaging apps, hospital system APIs, or even patient records. I'm Georgian Normikos Stavroulas. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I'm looking forward to telling you more about it.